right now we have Officer Wyatt, who raped a woman who's also a police officer, and he's been on administrative leave since January. He gets $8,000 a month, and so he's kicking back. He's kicking back while they're investigating the case, and guess what? The DA still hasn't filed. Makes you wonder where the DA's sitting at. This is a rapist, just like Jerry Dyer's a pervert. He should be on Megan's list.
So Gloria, while the city tear down all of the homeless encampments, which the last tally was about between $200,000 and $300,000 in the middle of the winter time, and now we have all these lawsuits, and our parks are being closed down, the swimming pools are being closed down.
$800,000 could have settled a lot of those problems. You know, instead of having big Sioux die out in the winter and cold, we could have had the warming centers open, and we begged them to open up the warming centers, and they refused to do it. And so here we have 103 degrees, and we don't even have water for the bus riders. We don't even have shade for the majority of the bus riders. And she sits up there and gets all this help from the government to do Fulton Mall.
When you say she, who?
The mayor. The mayor. The mayor needs to wake up and come down to south of Shaw and talk to the real people. You know, I pay taxes, and I expect the people in my community to get the best. I mean, this is supposedly the city of excellence, right? Why is she trying to do away with our garbage guys? Because they're all people of color? Why is she trying to do away with the garbage trucks that we just purchased because they're green trucks 2 years ago? Who's going to make a killing for 1 year, and then what? They're going to raise our garbage rates? Woman's way out of her league and untouched with reality.
So if it's not the minority and the greater majority that is the poor who are not getting or gaining anything out of Dyer being in office, wouldn't the question be, who's profiting?
Who's profiting?
Can we say that the 1%, our local 1%, is profiting off of Jerry Dyer, since he's a part of that group?
Our local 1% is being protected by Jerry Dyer at a lot of poor people's expense, a lot of homeless people. Definitely 1% is it. And that's part of the problem with this damn city, is you got a lot of good old boys run within the same churches, the same schools, the same circles. They're all part of the same system, so they back each other. Dyer's got protection in the city hall. The city hall looks out for him. He looks out for the 1% in here in Fresno, and the rest of us got to suffer because he goes and plays cowboys and Indians with us. With real bullets. Definitely.
But even they are suffering because we're paying out a lot on the lawsuits. Everybody's paying on those lawsuits. And that's a shame.
You've clearly illustrated, though, that those lawsuits are being tangled, being frozen. Given enough time, those may soon be out.
I don't think so, because Vargas went all the way, and so did Rodriguez, and so those were settlements, and they were public made. And I'm in the process of doing a Public Records Act and asking not only for the ones that we know of that have died, but also the ones we don't know of. And I want all the officers' names, which they had refused to give us in the past, but we're getting them now, and we're making them public. Because people need to know that we have repeat shooters. It's like having a badge to kill, and they're forgiven.
So if we get this tyrant out, can we show other communities they can do the same, do you think?
I think that it needs to be a fair process, and I think that other people need to step up and challenge. You know, there are some good chiefs out there. One chief contacted me about the contract that Jerry Dyer is on right now, and I'm investigating that. I'm not going to let it slide. I'm investigating it. But I think people need to wake up and start asking, how much more are we going to pay to keep Jerry Dyer in with the lack of leadership? I mean, we're paying $500,000 to be accredited nationwide for CALIA. And so I want to know, is the CALIA standard allows the chief of police to be racist, to be sexist, to be handicap-ism? Because he was criticizing Deputy Chief Schaefer of having hearing loss. You know, come on. That's his deputy chief. And so if they stood up and they said, hey, stop with the injustice, how in the hell do they think our community feels?
His own peers pointed out.
Oh, there's others that are coming out and speaking. There are others.
Well, that's part of the motivation to keep it. see, as long as he's at the police department, he can intimidate witnesses, and he can, you know, he's still your boss. He still signs your time checks. He still signs your time sheet. And so then, why let him go? If he's 30 or 40 lawsuits pending, you want to let that guy go? The city's going to lose more money, so they keep him around.
I would encourage people to go read the transcripts of the Vargas case. You will learn much more than I'll ever be able to tell you. Because even his own police officers were saying, no, we're not talked to after we shoot somebody. There's no debriefing, there's no training. And he gets up there and he goes, oh, we have a video, and they get to play with the video, and that's how they do the training, is video. You know, that's wrong. I remember